أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد طب القلوب ودوائها وعافية الأبدان وشفائها ونور الأبصار وضيائها وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم. So this is our very first stream on my English channel, which is Clandestine Narrative Podcast. Right now, this is going live on YouTube and Rumble at the same time. There was a bit of mess up with Rumble. I'm not really familiar with the layouts and this system. Hence, we started late, around half an hour late. So, without keeping anyone waiting, I'll just jump straight into what this live stream is about, what this channel is about, and what type of content we are going to make in the future. So, as you already know, my channel name is Clandestine Narrative Podcast, which is mostly focused on podcasts with various guests. And until now, because I just started this channel, I didn't do any studio podcast or online session with any guest. I'm just making my own solo videos um, about different topics. These topics include geopolitical and current affairs um, as the main focus, and then there's the religion as well, of course. So, if I want to categorize what type of content or contents I'm going to make on this channel, it's mostly based on religious polemics, debates, dawa to non-Muslims. I'm a Muslim, so um, it only suits me if I invite non-Muslims to Islam. And in one sense, it's very profound and it has a deeper meaning, which I will, inshallah, ta'ala, share with you guys um, once we start doing it regularly. The channel also focuses on philosophy. I have grown deeper interest into philosophies, different type of philosophies over the years, and have read a fair bit of philosophies, ranging from Eastern to European and Indian, Chinese as well. So it's going to be a bit of fun and bit of critical thinking, a bit of uh, everything. I will leave it to your imagination that how this live stream is going to go in the future. Those who follow me on my Urdu channel, I have an Urdu channel for the English viewers. Just for your information, I have an Urdu channel. Um, Urdu and Hindi, they sound the same. So if I'm speaking Urdu, a Hindi speaker can perfectly understand all those words and they can communicate in the same language. So those who follow me on that channel, and some of them also follow me on these channels, I mean Rumble and YouTube, they know that most of the time I'm late because of the time zone differences and also my work commitments, family commitments. They sometimes comes between my time to start the streams and study times. So yeah, it's I'm the guy who's all over the place most of the time. I'm not very punctual. So if in future I'm late to some stream like today, I scheduled it for 9:35. local time, but I started it at 10:10 p.m. So yeah, today it was not by design. It was just Rumble was playing and messing up with me. Finally, I figured out a way to go live on that one. In this quest of intuitive discussions, we will also take callers. By we, I mean some of my friends, they will join me on the live streams. So I will share the StreamYard links. Most of the audience, viewers who see these type of live streams, they know about StreamYard, they know about how to connect to it and how you can come to the studio and join us on the stage to talk about various topics, various ideas, share your ideas with us, and then we will take the discussion from there. This stream, I mean today's specific stream, is about the introduction to what this live stream is gonna be in the future. As you guys know that I have a very small subscriber base, so I'm not really expecting that huge number of viewers to join me. But if like one or two people they join me on this stream and we can have a meaningful discussion, that that will be enough for me. Uh, our main purpose is to learn and help anyone learn about different things relating to Dawa, relating to different worldviews, geopolitics, and modern ideologies. So the purpose of this stream was to introduce myself, this new venture of this channel, in which obviously I will be joined by some of the guests in future, inshallah ta'ala. Just for today, I was thinking that why not we discuss something that is related to channels niche that I already shared with you, which is Islam, Islamic polemics, comparative religion, worldviews, philosophy, geopolitics, and different isms, ideologies. The purpose of the channel is basically to provide a comprehensive reaction response to all the external worldviews, external ideologies that attack Islam. I mean, we all know that there is a wave of Islamophobia all around the world, especially in the Europe and Americas, which is really unjustified if you think about it. I mean, just forget about the history, forget about everything. Yeah, I know some of the minds have been polluted by right wing bullshit, but if just you think about the current Muslim diaspora in those countries, they have contributed a lot to those countries, to their economies, to their social societies, to their communities, even to their governments, civil infrastructure, and everything. Most of the doctors, nurses, taxi drivers, service station operators, parliamentarians, sportsmen, they belong to Muslim diaspora. As in some cases, we can't even call them diaspora because they've been living there for ages. I mean, this is their third or fourth generation, and that was the reason I made one of my first video on this channel about immigration. The immigration has a dark and interesting history at the same time. The crux of that history is that when industrial revolution was happening, all those industrial giants right now who have developed after the advent of capitalism and industrialization, they at one point almost begged or used cheap labor from third world countries. They invited them to their countries, and once their countries are developed, they want them to go back to their homes. What homes? They left those countries for decades ago, in some cases, centuries ago. How can they go back? They don't have any roots connecting them to those countries. And on top of that, because Islam is not racial, anyone can literally convert to Islam. What these right wing slob heads, what are these guys thinking that the native population, that is the white guys who converted to Islam or any other religion, where should they go? If you just want to kick them out basing on their religion, where are they going to go? They were born here. Their forefathers were born here. They are the part of this country's racial roots as well. So it's all very stupid and idiotic the way they try to portray immigrants and especially the Muslim diaspora. And then there is a huge wave of hate against Indians on internet. If you scroll through all those right wing pages and right wing activists, you'll see a lot of hate against Indians, which is never really justified. I mean, I'm not Indian. I'm Pakistani, and if you know the history of South Asia, you know that one of the worst enmities and rivalries in the world history is India versus Pakistan. Our cricket matches also look like a war zone, a battleground. So, what about actual battlegrounds? So, I'm saying that the hate against Indians, it is unjustified. It has no basis. It's just racial. So, we have to figure answers to these questions. By we mean uh, the moderate and fair-minded people in the West were born here, and they see this kind of hatred among the right wingers. And when I'm saying the fair-minded and moderate people, I'm not really appealing to the left wingers because they are honestly they are on the other side of spectrum. So what their ideology is, what their belief system is, it doesn't make any sense. If you think about it, without going deep into politics, identity politics, and cultural warfare, how do you make sense of this gender mix up? I mean, I don't have any easy words for that. Um, there's a lot of confusion going around that group. So we're gonna go deep into all these issues, all these topics, and immigration is it will be one of the least spoken topics on this channel. So, I mean, we have Islam, we have philosophies to talk about. We're gonna start from Plato, Socrates, Thales, Xenophon. Uh, we're gonna talk about all of them. We're gonna talk about paradoxes. We're gonna talk about Greek history, Indian history, uh, pardon, Indian philosophy, Greek philosophy, and then we will move to the Roman Empire. Then all those Christian philosophers, including Augustine, Aquinas, and this is gonna be a roller coaster of a journey. It might not be interesting to some people, but it is definitely gonna be more enlightening and more niche. Uh, the type of content you will never, I'm not saying you will never see anywhere, but you will never see on a lot of other channels like that. We'll talk about and we will discuss geopolitics. As you all know that I have made some videos on my Urdu channel about Iran and US war, Iran, Israel, US war. It was a triangle, love triangle, maybe hate triangle. I don't know. You guys decide that. Yeah. So I made those videos, and war industry is always in business. If you think about it, these countries who are perpetually into the wars, like America, US, UK, France is a bit backtracking right now, but they were the big part of their history is warfare. Germany, Russia, uh, all these countries, if you think about it, they are producing loads and loads of weapons. And if you, I mean, every person goes to supermarket once in a week at least, you see a lot of commodities in the shelves getting replaced next week because their expiry date arrives, and customers, they don't want to buy those products whose expiry date is nearby. And when it comes to weapons industry, it uses certain sort of material, chemicals, and all those explosive substances. I'm not saying I'm an expert, but common sense tells me that those materials, they must have some sort of expiry date. After that date, they should stop working, right? And if a country, let's say America, is producing like trillions of tons of weapons and arms, and they're not really selling it to anyone, when the expiry date approaches, what are they going to do with that arsenal? Yeah, just think about it. I'm not saying their expiry date might be 50 years. I don't know. Yeah, but at the same time, they might need to empty some of their storage. And the way economies work, it's very simple at the core. People think that economics is a very uh, tough science, but in reality, it's not. If you think about it, it's based on demand and supply. And if United States of America, or UK, or Russia, they're producing weapons at large scale, there must be some sort of demand. And if there is no demand, they might have to manufacture that demand as well, so they can sell the weapons to those countries. Okay, we got a comment. Let's see. Wesley Curry says, "Dot. Hi Wesley. If you could shed some more light on what you want to say, that would be beneficial. You are more animal than man." All right, bro. Yeah. Who cares? Okay. So that manufacturer demand that forced them to create wars around the world. You miss. What is this guy on about? You may look at the real bread from heavens of Jesus. You may smell the real bread from heavens of Jesus. What does it even mean? I don't know, bro. Like, what are you on? What are you on about? Yeah, if you have to say anything against me, That's fine, but at least try to make sense, you know. So this guy is saying, I'm gonna show his comments. So this is his first comment. What an idiot. uh, just a dot. The second comment is he is like a bot. He's just spamming the comment section with all this Christian missionary bullshit kind of thing. So he says, "You have more animal than man." Okay, so this is literally your opinion. What should I do about it? I can say the same about you. You are maybe you're a dog, maybe you're a pig. I don't know. So do you think your opinion carries any weight? Hey, I mean, just look at your life. You are on a YouTube channel with one viewer, and you are spamming the you're spamming the comment section. Hilarious. Anyway, so this is the is next comment. You may smell the real bread from heavens of Jesus. I don't even know what sort of bread he's talking about, but yeah, go on, mate. You may look at the real bread from heaven of Jesus. Hmm. Nice. You may not eat of the real bread from Jesus until after you tell the vegan. Look, this guy is spamming the comment section. He is the only one in the comment section. I have literally two viewers and he's one of them. Okay. The real bread was given yesterday to everybody on earth. I think he's talking about something about Eucharist, if I'm not wrong. But I don't really know about Christianity a lot, but I know about Eucharist. So he's running away. Okay. So he's saying playing dumb about it is how you are like an animal. Which animal? The dead black decapitated demon frog. Oh no, man, this is blasphemous. Yeah, this is blasphemous. I'm gonna kick you out. You should have not said that. I was really enjoying your comment. That shitload of mockery you made of yourself. But yeah. Okay, so Sadiq says I should make him moderator here. Okay, give me one sec, mate. Stay right with me. I'll do that straight away. Okay, so these kind of people are really funny, you know. I'm talking about geopolitics. I'm talking about philosophy. I'm talking about uh, what do you say, invitation to Islam. And this guy comes here and says something about bread, and then he goes on to do a blasphemy against my God, and he thinks that I will let him do that. I mean, you can say anything about me. You can say anything about my bringing my speaking style, my channel. I don't care. I don't care. Uh, here you go, bro. You are the moderator now. So, all right. So, if you have any comments, yeah. So this is my English channel, Sadiq. It's gonna be English debate only. English stream, English debate. Um, the name of this live stream is intuitive discussion, so we are going to discuss a lot. So the content will be similar, except all those obnoxious and poisonous, venomous uh, people who come to our Urdu streams. I think it's gonna be much more sophisticated and intelligent kind of discourse I'm expecting here. More educated, more balanced, less blasphemous. I'm really tired of people doing blasphemy against my Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam and saying bad things about different people and their families. I'm not gonna shun and I'm not gonna forsake all those videos and streams on my Urdu channel. Of course, it's that is my main channel, but I'm trying to do something different here. That's why I created this channel. It's live on YouTube and it's live on Rumble at the same time. In the future, I will try to go live on Twitter. and Facebook at the same time as well. So four channels at one moment, at one go. I'll try to do that if StreamYard lets me. Anyway, so we were talking about geopolitics and the wars. My assertion here is that the big powers, the big superpowers, they have a knack of creating wars, manufacturing wars, and for what? Just to uh, replenish their arsenals, replenish their weapon systems, and I mean they have to do all. They have to put a lot of money into R&D. They have to keep the industry going. So if, let's say, United States of America, they make 1 trillion tons of the weapons, and they put it in the storage, and nobody buys it. What happens next? That industry dies eventually. The weapons, mass production of weapons, it is gonna die. So for that reason, they have to manufacture the wars. Yeah. If you think about it, the last 50 years, um, there is another stat which is very interesting. But I'm talking about the last 50 years. United States of America, sometimes it goes to war with some country, and that war doesn't make any sense. Like the current war with Iran, Iran was ready to comply with all those conditions in Oman. But what happened, what unfolded was that US and Israel, they attacked Iran, and then the rest is open to everyone. Everyone knows what happened next. They were literally bowed down, knocked down by a very meek, weak, and broken Iran that rose like phoenix from ashes and defeated one of the largest superpowers in the history of the mankind. This happens when you go to a war which you don't believe in. So US and Israel, they went to a war which they didn't really believe in, and they faced shameful defeat. I mean, don't get me wrong, they inflicted one of the worst kind of damage on and pain on Iran. But it doesn't matter. Like everyone expected that kind of pain, destruction, and damage when they were going to attack Iran. But what matters is that Iran didn't bow down. It it was I should use her, she and her. So she was really resilient. She stood in the face of tyranny and literally destroyed their opponents. That asymmetric warfare was genius. They brought the economy of whole world to the knees, down to the knees, down to the ground. And at last, Trump was like, "Okay, I underestimated your power. I underestimated your intellect. I underestimated your bravery, courage." So yeah, Trump was uh, trying to run away. I think after 20 or 25 days, they were trying to run away after 1 week, but that was less apparent. But after 20 days, everyone was clearly seeing that Trump was begging to China, Japan, South Korea, France, Germany, and even UK to come and help them in this war. Pete Hegseth, he demanded $200 billion from Congress, and he was shown the face palm, and they literally kicked him out. I said, "No, we're not going to give you any penny. You are done, mate." So that was funny. Uh, Ironically funny, I would say, because there at the same time there was a lot of death, a lot of pain going on around the world. But I really liked the courage Iran showed. So that was the recent geopolitical. I shouldn't say analysis. It's just my opinion. You can agree or disagree with it. Um I'm some sort of guy like who's just trying to make an opinion about things which I know about, and if I don't know about anything, like I'm not really keen on sciences. I mean the physical sciences, physics, chemistry, biology. I hate them. I hate those morphos. But yeah, I don't know anything about those sciences on really good level. Um, I know the philosophy behind it, but if you ask me about their concept, the rare theories and advanced sort of topics, no man. Yeah. So I only talk about topics I know something about, and I think our goal should not be to force everyone to agree with us. Sometimes some people can have a different, unique opinion, which might not be based on reality. It must it might be just an opinion, and that person knows that as well, and it's just like it doesn't carry any weight. Uh, Mine are a little bit different because I don't base my opinions just because I want to make an opinion. Uh, I study, I research a bit, and I try to make an opinion. Sometimes it goes wrong, sometimes it goes south. I don't look. It's not that complicated. It's just a regular guy kind of thing. But yeah, I go a little bit deeper into the details of the things. I like to do that. It's my part-time hobby, and I think some people appreciate that. Some people they might not like it, and that doesn't matter. So we are into 33rd minute of this live stream, and I have discussed that this live stream, like I mean, intuitive discussions, it is gonna be regular. We might change day and time a little bit. We tweak a little bit. We might, by we, I mean me and my friend who is going to be joining me on this stream as guest host. We're gonna tweak the subjects a little bit, and sometimes you might not like the topic of the stream, um, but yeah, on any other day maybe you like it. So keep joining us on this new venture, new thrilling endeavor I'm trying to set a foot on. I have some issues with my internet today, so maybe my picture sometimes freezes. But if something like that happens, you tell me in the comments. I would request everyone who is watching this video now and would watch it afterwards, please share it with all your friends who want to see something like that. And as I said, I will take the guests on this live stream, and it could be you. It could be you. Like if you're watching this stream and you're a regular listener, you're a regular watcher, you can just um, join us on this stream and maybe talk about different things. Uh, One thing I skipped, not intentionally, in the beginning, we will talk a lot about spirituality, Islamic version of spirituality on this live stream. Not the other ones. We don't have to anything to do with yoga or Hindu spirituality or any Chinese chi. I mean, with all due respect, I don't believe in them. So this topic will be, sorry, this stream will be housed to the Islamic version of spirituality, which is mostly the tasawwuf. And tasawwuf, not in the Akbarian sense, but tasawwuf in terms of the mainstream regular tasawwuf, which is legitimized and which is allowed by ulama, I mean scholars of the religion, and which is a part of tradition. We'll talk about that spirituality as well and a lot. Uh, and on top of that, this live stream is gonna be always like that. That is gonna be live on two channels. One is my YouTube channel. The other one is my Rumble channel. So try to subscribe to both of them, and let's see how it goes, how it unfolds. We will talk about a lot of things, which some of which might surprise you, some of which might enlighten you. So yeah, stay tuned with us. Keep watching regularly these streams, and I think the best day. Okay, you guys tell me. Can I set a poll here? You guys tell me which day I should have this live stream on. What is the best day? I can do it in the same time which I'm doing now. I can't change the time, but I can change the day. So if you want any other day, then this time. I mean, what is what is the date today? It's Tuesday. Okay. So usually I have the Urdu or Hindi stream on Tuesdays, but I'm trying to move that onto Saturday, and we will have this English stream on Tuesday for now, unless all the brothers who are watching, sisters who are watching, they suggest that I should move it to some other day. Yeah, but time can't be changed. Time has to be the same. Okay, speaking alone is very hard. Like I'm just talking from the top of my mind, top of my head. Um, Sometimes I forget things. I should make some notes before coming into the next stream. But anyway, this was just the introduction stream, so I think it's all right. Okay, so far we have covered immigration, worldviews. Okay, so yeah, I haven't covered worldviews. So worldviews, by worldviews I mean we are going to critically examine all those anti-Islamic or maybe external to Islamic worldviews. That is the better phrase. Um, it could be secularism, it could be atheism, liberalism, materialism, all those isms, with the exception of Islam. I mean, some people we don't believe in it, but right wingers they love to use Islamism. They call a traditional Islamic uh, guy. They label him as Islamist. So newsflash, this word doesn't carry any specific meaning. The meaning only lies in the heads of those right wingers. Anyway, so with the exception of Islam, we will critically examine all those isms. And I like to work with atheists. By working with, I mean that I like to debate with them, I like to discuss ideas with them. So if any atheists are watching this stream, or they are going to watch this stream in the future, I will invite them to have a discussion and we will try to discuss about God and why it is irrational to not believe in a God. And I will try to show them that even though they deny, but they still believe in some God or gods. Everyone does. It's uh, it's impossible not to believe in some sort of God. When it comes to secularism, we will I will try to, I and my friends, my guests, we are going to examine critically what secularism stands for, how bloody of a history it has, and how most of the problems of the modern world they arise from they rise from the virtue of the secularism. When it comes to feminism, okay, so feminism is one of the most controversial subject, which is very hard to tackle because we have a lot of identity politics related to it. If someone says something against feminism, they might lose their job, they might lose their, if they're living in some other country, they might get their visa cancelled, and they can face a lot of severities and hardships in that regard. But I think if we academically examine and just criticize them within the limits, I think it's gonna be fine. So I will give it a try and try to be respectful, and at the same time, I will try to critically examine feminism. Liberalism is the other uh, set of ideas which is very hard to tackle because they also have a low boiling point, and you can disagree with right wingers a lot. I hate them. I hate their ideology because they hate us, to be fair. So, but still, I give them a lot of credit that they take criticism very well. They don't go after your job. They don't go after your family most of the time. I mean, sometimes they go, like Tommy Robinson. He is one of the violent ones. Uh, but most of the time, they don't really bother, and they don't really try to harm you in any way. But liberalism is, ironically, they have this freedom of speech and freedom of action slogan, but most of the time they are very, very conservative in that regard. That the moment you say something about the system, they will be coming at you with all the force, with the fists swinging, and they'll try to do an uppercut, low cut, hooks, right and left, and they try to knock you down. Yeah. We will try to discuss liberalism as well. So with that message, I think I should just end this live stream now. Please share it with your friends, family, and all those guys who might be interested in this sort of content in the future. They should watch and keep the tabs open on this stream. It's gonna be big, inshallah ta'ala. Maybe not big in stature. I mean, not big in views and audience and all those subscriber bases, but it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be enlightening. It's gonna be eye-opening some of the times. Uh, I'll try to get good guests who may be unheard of, but may have good sort of knowledge, good sort of insights into different philosophies, worldviews, and ideologies. So take care until I see you next time. Inshallah ta'ala, keep praying for me and keep coming towards Islam, keep coming toward God, because God is the basis, and God is the foundation of everything and everyone. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.